Howdy there, Internet students. Mr. Hermanson again. We're going to spend one more day solving percent problems. So today you sort of need to put it all together and um, be able to identify what you're looking for, whether it's the part, the whole, or the percent, and then how to set that up. All right. Now you can look at this example if you like. I don't really care for it personally, but if it makes sense to you, go ahead and use it. Here's all I like to do when I'm doing a problem. I know that I need the part over the whole. And the reason I know the whole is on the bottom is because that's your 100%. Okay, so whole is all of it. Part is just some of it. And then if you just think about the words, you'll be able to figure it out. Okay, so this first one says what percent of 150 is 6? And so the question is asking what percent. So you know you're missing the percent part on this one, okay? Uh, and whatever it's out of, the total is out of, which is the 150 is the whole, and 6 would be the part because it's not the percent, okay? So go ahead and look at number 2, fill in the part, the whole, see if you get it. So I hope you figured out that the part is actually what's missing in this problem since you're given the percent, and that the whole, since it's out of 20, the whole is 20. All right, so let's do a few problems here, and we'll just set it up, and then you'll figure it out from there. Um, Use your head whenever you can, but since you have the percent, that goes over the 100, we know that, and since it's out of 120, that's going to be your whole. So you're missing this part right here. Now you need to do 120 times 80 and then divide that by 100. And when you do that, you're going to get 96 for your answer. All right, I'll do one more with you and then I'll let you try a few, see how you do. Okay, on this one right away, I know I'm looking for the percent. So then I just have to figure out which is the part and which is the whole. Okay, so I'm going to leave the x over 100 since I'm looking for the percent. Now, since it's out of 600, that's the total. 600 would be your 100%. And we want to know what percent the 168 is out of that 600. So I'm just going to do 168 divided by 600. That's how I do that. You can do 168 times 100 and then divide that by 600. But I can get that. And then I just need to move the decimal over 2 places, which is 28. Now this one, since you're missing the percent, you have to put a percent next to your sign. Okay, all right, I'm going to let you do 4 problems and you can check back and see if your work matches with mine. So here's those answers. On number 6 and 7, those are, you're actually given the part 124, and here's how I know that. It's out of what number? So the missing is the whole. Whatever it's out of is the whole. So that's kind of how I know those. All right, now we need to set up a proportion for a problem. So we're going to underline them, figure out what stands for. Andrea's knitting a scarf. She has completed 48% of the scarf. The scarf is 18 inches long. How long will it be when it's done? So right away from those words, I'm thinking this is the part because she's only part way done, right? So I'm going to put 48 over 100. And since she's only part way done, and that's 18 inches, I'm going to put that there. Put my X there. Then I'm going to do 18 times 100 divided by 48. So 37.5 is the finished length. All right, let's try another one here. It says Juanita is playing a Mexican game called Stealing the Sombrero. To play this game, each child must have a sombrero attached to his or her back. When the music starts, each child must steal the other child's sombrero without losing their own. Music is started and stopped to signal the beginning and the end of each round. Children who lose their sombreros must sit out the next rounds until the last 2 children are left. They are declared the winners. Juanita noticed that about 15% of the children were out of the game. If 32 children were playing, how many were out? Okay, so we need to know what, and we're just putting this in our own words, what is 15% of 15%? So we need to know what 15% of the children playing is. So, so we're going to put 15 over 100, of course. And the total children playing is 32. And so we're looking for the part of 32 that are out of the game, which would go on top. So we're going to do 15 times 32. And then divide that by 100. So, and since we're talking about children here, we can't say 4.8, so we're going to say 5 children are out. Remember, she said about 15%, so that's why the numbers aren't exactly right. All right, why don't you try number 11, see if you can figure it out, and number 12. You're going to put letters where you normally would put numbers, so you'll have to think about that a little bit, see if you can get that. All right, so here's what I got. We knew the percent would go over 100, so that's easy, that goes there. And then it's out of 25, that tells me that 25 is the whole. So that goes down there, and then B is the missing part. And then you solve that and you get 8. N is the percent, so that goes over 100. Put that there. It's out of A, which tells me A is the whole, and so B must be the part. All right. Looks like that's all we got here. Go ahead and work on that homework. Some of them I would encourage that you just try to do them in your head, like I think number 1. You should be able to do that in your head if you just think about 30%. Think about what 10% of 80 is, and then maybe something like that. But always kind of estimate in your head before you're doing the problem. And that way, if your answer comes out weird on your calculator, you'll know that you made some error, and you can go back and double check. All right, good luck with that. We'll talk to you soon.